Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
The best show this side of the sea.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Good morning to everyone. You're listening to the MacMan Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Good morning to everyone. Let me start by saying this is not going to be a funeral. I'm going to say it again. I guess I'm the pastor today. This ain't no funeral. Ain't nobody dead. Unalived. There's no obituary. Ain't no flowers or nothing like this. I said, and I'll repeat it again, even in encouraging, knowing that I was wrong on my prediction and seeing everything that I had saw. I failed to. I think I made the wrong. I was wrong in my pick for the leader of our country. I was wrong. I got it wrong. A lot of people got it wrong, but I stand because I endorsed her, and I'm not ashamed of my endorsement. I think that it was something that had to be done in such a time as this. I'm not going to duck and run and hide or be afraid of what I think that is going to happen, or the things that we have experienced over these last few months in this campaign. Good morning to everybody that's in our chat, everybody that's listening to us on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, everybody that's listening wherever you may be. On last night, I was taken aback at the results. I have to admit that I was going to come on, and I couldn't do it. Not because of sorrow or anything like that. It was mere shock. It was shock that I had as a journalist, as a supporter. We went to this convention, one of the best that I have ever been to. Made a lot of contacts, saw a lot of people. I really thought from there, I said, this thing is going to move. Seeing the momentum that was going on was just great. Looking at the debate after the vice president just handed him everything was going right. And in my mind, I thought it was a great campaign that was ran well, I thought, until I found out some things on the Democratic Party is going to have to answer to its constituents, and I'm going to get to that too. Let me say good morning to our chief correspondent. I said what I said is here with me. I'm trying my best, and y'all got to understand where we stand. And we're going to allow. I said what I said. Come on, say good morning to our wonderful family this morning.
Okay, James. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? You guys know I'm totally disappointed, but as James say, we have to move on and go on with our lives because at the end of the day, I don't feel like our lives is gonna change too much, but it will be a change.
Yeah, you got to adjust your mic too just a little bit. We're going to extend our coverage at least on YouTube today. It is raining in our region. It's 67 at all reporting stations. There's no need in the area. We got a rain and a cold front coming through. It started yesterday. It ended up here, and it just seemed like the skies just opened. Please be careful on the roads, and please be careful on going about today. And I'll have a more detailed forecast a little bit later in our show. As I said what I said, to stick around with us the most of our broadcast day. I feel that we owe it to our audience to not just dissect and play uh, Wednesday morning quarterback, but we're here to tell the truth and tell it like it is, what was happening and what's been going on. Brother Lee is here. Good morning to you, Brother Lee. Say good morning to our audience. They've been waiting for us to
Good
begin.
morning, my people. Great day, everybody.
Oh,
Great day.
okay. Some people might take your enthusiasm as well. Why is he so happy? I'm just going to say this, and I can't speak for Lee. He'll speak for himself later and everything. But I'm going to say this: there is hope after this, folks. Get your. This is a wake up call. I said this a long time ago. I said this is a wake up call for us, the people, to get our black people, get yourselves together. Black people, you got to really get yourselves together. We got to get ourselves together. Project 2025 will be implemented, folks. I can't say it any other way, but here we are, and man, we're at this place, Brother Lee, and I said what I said. I ain't came here to preach. Ain't no funeral. I want us to lay
I'm
it
ready,
on the
brother.
line right now. Okay,
I am
I
ready.
know. Hold your horse, Doc. Hold your horse. I got you, Brother Lee Reed. I said what I said. I feel you too. I mean, I'm just beside myself. Let me do some cleanup stuff. Everything is going to be a little bit different today. Let me explain to our audience on YouTube and on our radio station WKRA, who was so wonderful to us on last night. We did at the best that we could under the circumstances, and to Raven Archery, we didn't get a chance to say anything. I wish she could come on and just say good morning to our audience in some kind of way, but she is doing some things at the station. In the chat, you will see, I was told to put this here. You can come in. Please, hey, I'm not saying be nice or anything like that, but y'all know how to act on this show. The moderators will hand you some discipline, and we don't want that to happen. I don't have, this show is dedicated to possibly explaining and commentating on the election last night. I did not think in a million years that I would have saw the return that I saw, but I found out something early this morning, Brother Lee. Uh, as we were discussing some things, I pulled something. And when we get ready to get into this discussion, I want you to be able to talk about to give your commentating. But we would like to let the lady to go first. I said what I said. Can we have your feelings on what happened on last night?
Well, what happened last night, James, was America is just not ready for a woman to be the president. And I won't even just say black woman because they didn't allow Hillary Clinton to be the president also. So I just think America's just not ready for that. I don't know why they don't feel like she's qualified because she was overqualified as we have to be whenever we're trying to, move higher. I also feel like it was a lot of misogynistic things going on. I think men didn't want to vote for her, and not just I'm not saying all men,
I,
but it was a lot of men probably didn't vote
I
for her.
said I said what I said. Your mic is. I think it is your. I did some adjusting. Could you adjust your mic just a little bit? And
Okay, can you hear me now?
I'm okay. Okay, that's worse. Do it again. Excuse us right
Okay,
quick, folks. We're sorry about the audio issues. Let me do something right quick and give you a little opportunity to come back. I'm going to just take a station ID. It's not a commercial ID, it's a station ID. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your
If your
FM
locks
dial.
ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And we're back on the McMahon Morning Show. Good morning to Keisha the Stylist. Good morning to you. And we just like to say good morning to all of you that are here. The chat is in the chat. You'll see the link um, to our show. If you have a comment that you would like to make, we have some extended time that we're going to take here, and we'll allow whatever time WKRA would give to us. We'd appreciate it. We lost, I said what I said. She's coming. No, we didn't lose her. She's adjusting her. My brother Lee, I'm going to allow you to come, as the McMahon Morning Show has always done. Our chief contributor, Brother Lee, is going to come. We're talking and we're telling the truth. We're shaming the devil. We got to analyze this thing because Project 2025 is going to go into effect with these people, and they got the House and the Senate. But go ahead, Brother Lee, if you will.
Okay, let's say great day. Great day. Let's say, well, we're gonna start on this. Okay, yeah, am I disappointed? Yeah. Right. Am I shocked? I got shocked in 2016, so this is not gonna shock me. Am I
Wait a minute,
surprised by it?
brother Lee, your mic is okay. This I'm going to take one more break, a little bit longer, and I want everybody just to adjust their equipment. We're going to go to just a spot real quick, and we'll be right back after just some messages and some things that we're going to do. This is the McMahon Morning Show.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with Mac. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with McMahon Morning Show very own Mr.
Okay, we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. And we're just grateful to be able to have this opportunity to be able to discuss what happened on last night. Brother Lee, go ahead with your analogy about this election.
Okay, I want to say this. Great day, folks out there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I am. I am because it's like I don't know my own people. It's not like I don't know. I was, I don't say optimistic about the outcome. I pretty much thought that this would happen. Not this would happen, but I thought she would be in office. VP Harris. I thought it was definitely going to happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen for a few reasons. We hate women. Women hate women. And you can argue with me, you can do whatever you want. Women dislike women so much that they won't vote for each other, and that's a fact. And you can look it up. 55%, over 55% of the voting, 55% of the voters are women, and they always vote for a man in office. That's a fact. You do it time and time again. You vote for more Caucasian men in office, in higher office, than you do anybody else. That's what you do. And I'm not blaming just the women, just the black women. That's the women. I'm blaming the brothers and the and the minorities for this. You're voting against your own interests, and that's absolutely insane. You say, okay, on one or two issues, you will throw out the baby with the bathwater. You will, just because you may not like pro-life, you may not like LGBTQ, you will vote with the other side for those two issues. And there's more issues that take care of your life every day. You know, there's education, there's healthcare, there's all of these issues that really day to day will matter to you than the issues that you have voted against. And that's crazy to me for out there and you to do that, not come out. The ones that didn't vote, the ones that thought this won't hurt. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because if you don't have your game together. What I mean by game is if you don't have your life together, if you ain't on a grind and you depending on a job, and I'm gonna tell you something, we're not them. We're not Caucasians. We got to stop acting like them and stop operating like them and understand that their American dream isn't ours. Nobody came around and knocked on your door and asked you what you thought about the American dream. If you weren't in that mix, you weren't at the table when they were talking. You weren't at the table when they were talking about the Constitution. And it didn't include you when they were talking about it. When Benjamin Franklin was writing it and John Hancock was at the table, they didn't think about you when they were writing it up. If they knew you were going to be in it, you wouldn't be out here. They would have annihilated us, wiped us out. We got to stop being them. And I'm going to tell you something. And if you think it can't get bad, you people that's on Section 8 and getting the programs, and I'm going to tell you something, ain't nothing wrong with Section 8. Everybody needs a leg up. And the food stamps, and you know, more white people are on Section 8 getting public aid and getting those things, but they have voted against their own interest because they are poor. But you know what they vote for? They vote for their white privilege. They may be holding up a sign asking for pennies on the street, but I'm going to tell you something. Well, the police is not going to stop them and throw them in a car. They'll stop you out of your nice shiny car and throw you in the back of that car and handcuff you and drag you if you're lucky enough to make it to the police station. So those things they're going to be emboldened to do the things to you that you never thought they was going to be done before. The things that they were doing in the 50s and the 60s and the 30s and the 40s and the turn of the century, they're going to be done to us. So you better watch out because I'm going to tell you something. We have to band together. And I always look at the positive out of everything. God is always trying to show you something. And we got the hardest head in the world. And the thing is that if we don't get our stuff together and if we don't stick together, this is going to bring us together. You know, we either make it or we gonna disappear. And I'm gonna tell you something, we have to do better. And the thing is that we thinking, even the women thinking, no, I don't need a woman in this office. I don't want a woman in this office. And men are thinking the same thing. Like brothers, us brothers out here, we won't vote for a woman because we don't want a woman to tell us what to do. It's just like saying, the left hand is in your pocket and the right hand is doing all the work. Why would you put your left hand in your pocket, which is your woman? It was the black woman, and not use that left hand just like you're using the right. They better when you got them both working together. The right hand is nothing with it. You can only do so much with the right hand if you're not using the left hand. And that's the thing. We have to realize, stop crying about it. We mourning like somebody has passed away, and believe me, it does feel like it. Because when I woke up, when I went to bed, I couldn't believe it. I thought I'd go to sleep and everything would be all right. Woke up, it's still a nightmare. And I mourned for a while, and I'm still mourning a little bit, but I have to get over it. I got to move on. Just like somebody passed away, you mourn, and then you figure out, stay, like my little brother used to tell me, stay in the solution, not the problem. We can talk about this problem, but now we got to get into a solution, because believe me, they get out in front of this. And if we don't get out in front of this, and these brothers out here and these and I'm gonna call them what they are, coons. These coons out here, and they thinking that they gonna vote for this and they gonna get what they want and all of this. And I call everybody a coon who voted for Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. I want to say this real quick. Wait a minute. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Listen, I'm going to. I'm not going. I mean, there's a lot of. There's emotions. There's things that we're going through. I mean, this was a. Oh man, you can't even explain what I feel or anybody else feels here on this panel. We are headed towards a place in American, not just history, but a place where we have never seen. And they wrote it out in the whole plan, folks. They did. And I can't ignore the fact that this Project 2025, and not cutting you off, Lee, but we're going to be discussing. And I said what I said. I want to really look at this for what it is. I got a picture up on the graph that's up. Those of you at WKRA, you can't see it, but those of you that are on YouTube, you can see it. And it is the number and percentage of voters that voted either Democrat and Republican. I look over in the men's section, and it's 54% of the men, according to this right here, voted Republican. 44% voted Democrat. And it seems like it was upside down. It was half and half, split in the middle. But they're saying that the Caucasians, 55% of Caucasians voted for the Republicans. 86% of African Americans and Blacks voted for Democrat. 53% of Hispanics voted Democrat, but 45% of them, even after he started talking about his man told him about the garbage country, they still 45% of them voted for the Republican Party. Asians 56% for the Democrats, but 38%. And the other 53% of the other, whatever the other is, I guess that's other nationalities. Most men voted Democrat, and you still got this demographic that not just and I fault the party too. I look at the party. There are a lot of mistakes that were made at the Democratic Party that they don't have to answer for, especially here in Mississippi with Diane Black. Now, Diane Black got more votes than she has ever gotten. Congratulations to her on her run. And she ran and with no money. Where are the resources in the Democratic Party? Let's call it out for what it is on that. The Democratic Party raised almost $1 billion. Almost $1 billion. Let's tell the truth. From the convention, from all the fundraising, they had the cash, they had the loot, but somebody said that they ain't spent a dime in Mississippi. Well, you got what you paid for. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And they wrote Mississippi off. They said, forget about it. And it caused such turmoil and chaos that we know that there's some monies that came here, but where did they go? Where were the resources? Only one person Brother Lee. One person had a group of people out doing get out the vote efforts and practically almost had to operate almost by themselves. Just a few days before the election, the Republicans here in this region did not even lift a finger. They didn't buy any advertising. They didn't do any interviews. They didn't do any media. They sat back. One sign I saw of the Republican challenger to Diane Black had one sign in the field. One sign I saw of the senator that beat Ty Pickett had one sign in the field. Something went wrong somewhere with the candidate of that magnitude, with the candidate that had that much fortitude, energy, everything was going right. I mean, it was rolling, and all of a sudden we get shot down. Come on and talk to me, Brother Lee. I had cut you off. I said what I said is
No,
back with us. Go ahead.
no. I appreciate to come in. The thing is that yes, the thing we got to understand is this election is going to touch everybody, and not in a positive way. The rich are going to get richer. That's a fact. The underprivileged and the middle class and those who depend on a 9 to 5 job, look, you thinking that you're gonna get that raise, you lucky if you keep that job. And the thing is they're gonna find somebody who will work for less, and you can't sue them because the courts are not gonna be in your favor. And for us to go out here and we do what is against our best interest, we voted against our best interest. Anybody that's not in the upper class is voting against their best interest. And that's the thing. Yes, are we all feeling all some kind of way? Most definitely. Most definitely we are. And that's the thing is that to put the all of our this hope, and the thing is that I would say, and I always try to look at the positive in this will bring us closer together. This will make us start doing our homework. This will make us look at our children in a different way, because we're not preparing them for the future, because they'll be voting in 4 years. You got some 16-year-olds that will be voting in less than in 4 years, in 2 years. You got some of them that's turning that. We gotta let them know. You gotta participate. We gotta get involved, because we thinking that everything will take care of itself. But we have to educate our young as well as our old, because we don't understand it. And in our churches where we go every Sunday, every Wednesday, or every day, till we go to those churches, we have to stand up and tell pastor, look, prosperity, you're not teaching prosperity. You got to teach togetherness. You got to teach us how to organize. You can't teach us you had a pastor pray for you. You already got a direct line to God. You don't need anybody to pray for you. You can have God pray. You can pray to him yourself. And when we go to these churches, we got to be not afraid to stand up in church and say, look, it's not about tithes first. It's about us first. It's about being together first. It's not about the tithes that you give that's going to determine how many blessings you get. And that's the thing. We're going to have to step up. And when we see an individual that needs help now, because a lot of us are going to need some help, we're going to have to reach out and help them. We can't wait for that. And because when they cut these programs, we're going to have to be that safety net like we were at the turn of the century in the 30s and the 20s. And even when we were so-called set free from being in slavery, we're going to have to take each other in. We're going to have to help each other, give each other knowledge. And when each other, we see a brother or sister need a job and he's applying for this job, we make it a better opportunity. We make it a better situation for them to get that job. And we make sure that they
Yeah.
keep that job. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to be better. This is
Well,
going
I
to make
want
us
to,
better.
yes. Okay, I want to say you're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Magman Morning Show. I am James Mack. I'm your host. We have someone that's coming into the studio in a couple of seconds. We're going to get that done. I said what I said. I want you to come in and give your comment. Also, we're gonna dialogue, and we're dialoguing with you all also here on the Mac Man Morning Show that are listening to this broadcast. We are going over the election. Oh boy, you talking about? Oh boy. I don't know what to call it, but that's okay. But it's going to be fine. And like I said, it ain't a funeral. We're just doing some dissecting in order to bring you the information that you need to be able to survive what's getting ready to come. Not just survive, but to be able to work and to understand that the way of life that we have been living is going to change dramatically. They said it's been said up front. Project 2025. It is real, folks, and he has the House and the Senate to go along with it, along with the Supreme Court. They can put every judge that they want to put on with no problems, with no objection, because why? They have the Senate. Why? Confirmations, any budget matters, any monies that's being spent, any laws that are being made that they want to pass. He's going to pass it and he's going to sign it. He said he's going to do it the first 180 days of the administration. I said what I said. I'd like for you to come in and please give us from your heart, whatever the case may be, how you feel about this situation that happened. We're going to go to Brother Lee, and we have a guest coming in. Not a really guest. We got our one of our team members that are here. Yvonne Moore is here, and we're going to allow her to speak too. Go ahead.
Okay, James, thanks. I like I said, I'm disappointed in really all the voters. I'm just disappointed that we actually made this choice for our lives. And like you said, everybody's gonna find out what this really is about. I think they're voting based on social media, misinformation, and just low education of how the government works. And I feel sorry for the younger people because this is going to affect them way more than it affect some of the the older people. However, if they start messing with what they call entitlement programs, then it's going to affect the whole America. So I just hope and wish and pray that it doesn't change America too drastically, and hopefully we all can survive this. We've survived worse. We actually survived slavery. We survived the 60s, and so we can survive this also. And that's just the attitude that I'm gonna have to take at this point, because the presidency normally don't change your life too much, but with all of this power that the Republicans have, I think tomorrow is going to be a different story. And so we all going to have to buckle up, because we're getting ready to take a ride, and it's not going to be the ride that everybody think that they're going to take. Everybody feel like this guy gave them a great economy, and our memories are very short, because I remember a lot of people passing away the first time he was in office, and Lord help us if we have another pandemic. But like I said, we're just going to have to make smart decisions for ourselves, stock up and save up as much as possible, and just try to hold on for these next 4 years for this ride, because it's definitely going to be a ride, and America will change, and it's going to change drastically, and it's going to change fast. And that's all I have to say about it.
All right, I'm just, wow. I'm at that point in my I'm thinking about what was said and how it was said directly. Let me take this picture down right quick for us. And how it was said. And we now have we have a situation here, folks, that we're going to have to use the wisdom that we have. The mother wit and the common sense has to come back. And I'll tell you why I said that. And that is because my mother, there were 8 children in the house. The most children that were in the house when I was a kid was about 8. I think, if my memory serves me right. I don't know how my mother did what she did, and she had to scrape. I don't want to say beg. I ain't never heard of begging, but she had to work the system in order to take care of 8 children. You say why? She had to know about and had benefits. If it weren't for the benefits, children in America would have starved in the slums of Chicago, all over. They would have starved us if it wasn't for programs like WIC, programs like food stamps, for aid to depend to children, aid, uh, after school programs, uh, Head Start, all these things, Social Security, any kind of entitlement, any kind of thing that your affirmative action is out the door. He gets his picks. Um, he's already ready for uh, he's already ready for his changeover. And I'm concerned that people are not ready. We got a mystery guest come out of the bushes. Yvonne Moore is here, part of our team, our MacMan Media team. She's here. Hello, Yvonne. How are you? Say hello to the people. Y'all say hello to Yvonne. Come out the bushes on us on a Wednesday. Jesus help us. Come on.
Good morning,
Hello, Yvonne.
everybody. Hi, y'all. How y'all
Great
doing
day,
this
All
Vaughn.
right, don't
morning?
Great
come now.
morning.
Don't come in. Don't come in here with no black dress on, and with you know them people, them widow folks look like Aunt Esther when she go to funerals and things. Have your hat
No,
on.
no,
This is not a funeral. Okay, so go ahead. Wait, let
no.
me ask you this. Yesterday,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this anyway. You might cut my. You told me you said he's gonna win. Trump gonna win. I said you was crazy, didn't
Yeah, I told you that about 3 months ago when I had that
I?
dream,
Yeah,
remember? Yeah, I
yeah.
told you that 3 months ago that I woke up and that
Well.
man had won the election. But I feel punch drunk this morning. Hmm. But I've never cried over an election. I cried last night. My spirit felt heavy. My heart was very, very heavy. And I think I felt that way because the people who worked on her campaign and the people surrounding VP Harris, I can only imagine how they are feeling. So my heart really, really goes out to those people because I know they're
Yeah.
feeling some type of a way. If I'm feeling some type of a way and you're feeling some type of a way, can you only imagine how they feel?
Mm.
Like how do they feel? But we got to keep our heads up and above water because I don't know. I last night I was feeling so down and so almost depressed. But I got to
Yeah.
remember that this might be God ushering his word in. So we got to hold
Yeah.
on tight to our faith because it could be
Yeah.
something in the horizons that's better that's
Yeah.
coming. And before you heal, you got to go through some stuff. So maybe this is, God saying, hey, COVID didn't do it. Maybe this will do it. Maybe this will make you fall on your face and praise God
Well,
and
yeah.
get a personal get a personal relationship with the Lord. Don't be following these preachers over a cliff because they just as
Yeah.
crazy as the people who voted him in. So don't be following them preachers over a cliff now. You got to get your
Well,
own
he had
personal relationship with the Lord.
he had a lot of help. He had a whole lot of help from Donnie Swaggart and all these
Hmm.
other people that came out all of a sudden, Brother Lee, and I said what I said,
Yes, he
came out
did.
all of a sudden with this,
Hmm.
and the evangelicals jumped on it then, right
Hmm.
then, when he said that he had the courage to say what they wanted to say but did not say and will not say over the pulpit, this man said, I'm going to jump out there and say, and he said it, and he criticized the very institution that has carried us so many miles along the way. That's the black church.
Yes.
I'm just telling the truth. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled,
Well,
and led
I
astray.
think
I'm listening. Come on here,
I
lady.
like to
Yeah,
cut
I'm
in
with
for a minute. I
you.
think,
Come on, come on.
I'm with Miss Yvonne. Thing is that this is for some serious thought here. We gonna have to think how the church, the black church, is gonna be a part of our lives in this way if they don't act in our best interest. Because I'm really thinking they working against us now, and they've been doing it for quite some time, and we've been allowing it because that's entrenched in us, and we gonna have to shake it away in a way because we looking at it in a different way. Our pastors, that we take better care of our pastors than we do our members, and we hold them up to a place where they don't deserve. And and that's the thing. We have to
Mm-hmm.
face the fact and stand up in church and say, this is not wrong. This is wrong. And say something, because we're gonna have to figure out this is not working for us. The black churches haven't worked for us in years. And I mean years. And we have to face that fact. They talk about prosperity in church now instead of the prosperity of the soul and the prosperity of us being
Mm-hmm.
together and getting together. And they don't talk about that anymore. They talk about how much money you can get if you pray, and how big of a house you can
Mm-hmm.
get. They let the kids play with their phones while they're in church. They let you come to church any kind of way. You don't wear your Sunday best. Excuse me. You get to wear what you want to wear. You get to sit there as long as you can sit there, and you can take whatever this pastor's giving out. You can be there. They allow you to be there. And it's a sad situation. Like you said, sister, they're gonna take you right over the cliff. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be our fault, our blame, because it's our decision. And this is a wake-up call. Yes, you are right, sister. This is a wake-up call for us. Sometimes we gotta get slapped around before we wake up. And we've been asleep for a long time. And it's time to expect more out of our offspring, expect more out of our kids, and the old as well as the young. We're gonna have to start
Okay.
leading. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
lead, man.
okay, we ain't going nowhere. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We're talking with our panel this morning, members of our staff, and we have been, oh man, I tell you. I'm shaking it, but then again, it's still, I feel it. I feel it all over the country. Like to say hello to all of our chat members. Hello to Lady T Bug is here, her wonderful platform. I'm going to be watching if you're coming live to see how you are. And we're grateful for them in our Florida area. We didn't get much to say to her, but we will. I'm going to take a break right quick. We're going to take a quick ID. I told you all we're going to extend our conversation and our coverage today of the vote from last night, and we're going to talk more with our panel. They got a lot more to say. This is the Mac Man Morning Show.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with Mac Man Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
When I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. She looked, I don't want no You don't put your hands on. You don't ask for shit. We ain't eating. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, look, what you do? He got got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter, he's allergic to jelly, he's allergic to bread, he got gluten free, he gave me this, he gave me this, and then he got a note saying he got DDT, ADT, or Ritalin, or whatever. He can stand on tables, he can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
In times like these, we do need a laugh. I'm grateful for everything that we have experienced so far this morning on the Magman Morning Show, even with what had happened in the election. We're still here. We still have to hold on, and we have to hold on. If your faith means it, I'm talking about in not church members. I'm not even going on to church. We're not going there. Your faith is being tested. It's going to be tested even more now than ever. So we got to hold on. We got to prepare. Warning comes before destruction. And that means that we got to get our houses together economically. We got to get ourselves together. We got to start thinking and really putting what's inside of us, the things that we have. Our education is so important. Wait 1 second. Our education is so important to us now more than ever. There are no more Pell Grants that they're going to increase. They're going to make you pay your student loans back. They're going to make it even difficult and even more harder, I think, to vote. They're going to change the laws. They're going to do, because they got the House and the Senate. Folks, we're at a deadline and we're at a crossroads in our lives that we are unable to take back, because there were people that sat at home or people that voted against their own interests. Let me take this here down right quick. And we're looking at the demographics of it. The men, see, we know that the numbers, she lost numbers from the Obama era and from the Biden era. As far as men are concerned, the men did not vote for this woman. Let me say it again. The men did not vote for this woman, and there's some women that did not vote for this woman of my color and persuasion. If Barack Obama can win two terms in office with the help of men, you mean to tell me she could not? We're in trouble. Project 2020. I want to know what y'all think about the Project 2025 that's going to get implemented. What effect is it going to have? I'm not talking about the people that created it, but this is what they're trying to do. Any one of our panelists can answer.
Well, I mean, it don't look good. It does not look good. And I'm not sure, maybe one of you all can correct me because I haven't read the whole Project 2025, but I do believe that one of his things is with Social Security and how he's going to just like really get rid of that. So our older people, like the Generation Xers, who are embarking on retirement, as myself, this morning I was thinking, well, man, maybe I should go ahead and retire so I can get my Social Security, because I think that's one of the things he's going to come after. And it's not going to be good. And I don't think people realize what's going to happen here. Like you said, a lot of things are going to change, and he's going to start implementing this plan. And how many days within the office? 180 days. He's going to start implementing it.
He said the first 180 days.
Mm-hmm.
The first, the first 180 days, he's going to.
And the plan is going against everything that says, "Hey, help each other. Hey, be there for each other. Hey, don't be divisive. Hey, don't love." It's going against all of that. It's going through all of that. And unfortunately, if you don't have power, or if you don't have some type of position, or if you don't have a lot of money, we're going to have to us we are going to have to really, really depend on each other. So this is not the time for us to only say, oh, it's all about me. What about me? I'm in this position. I'm not going to help you. Oh, no, no, forget you. My kids got to eat. You got to get that kind of thinking out of your head now. You got to get that out of your head because the church ain't coming to help us. You see that. You see that. The church ain't going to help us. We are going to have to help ourselves and be there for one another.
Yeah. You're
Let me
listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Our panel is discussing things. I said what I said, was just getting ready to say something. Go ahead. I said what I said.
Yeah, I've been kind of biting my tongue when you guys talk about the church, because I have a lot. I've had a problem with the church for the last 20 years, and I was very up close and personal with the church, and I saw a lot of things that go on that's not very churchy for me. So I decided to walk the path a different way. And she's absolutely right. The church is not going to save you. The church is trying to save themselves. Church is not church anymore, in my opinion. Most of these pastors and preachers, they're there for their own monetary gain. And you can go to any of them, and most of them will turn you away if you need some help. So uh, I'm not gonna harp on it too long, because that's just what I decided to do. I'm not trying to influence anybody about their religion, and that's a personal thing with you and whatever church you're affiliated with. But for me, the church has been out along. It's been played out a long time ago, in my opinion, because I saw that these people are not trying to save your soul; they're trying to save their pocketbooks, and that's just my opinion on it. And as far as Project 2025, everybody that don't have a job, you better go find your job. And everybody that have one job, you better try to maybe find you a part-time job. You think you're working hard and you're having a hard time now, it's going to get even worse. So the best thing I can tell you is to conserve as much as possible, cut back on your spending, and try to save money, because you're definitely going to need it to fall back on. And yes, we are going to have to help each other out. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to put me in the poorhouse while you make poor decisions. I can't give you my money. If you're making poor choices, then I'm not going to help you, dig yourself deeper in the hole, for any of my family members that's listening to me. But
Absolutely.
and friends.
Absolutely.
But I
So
want to say that if you go ahead. I said I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I'm done, James. I'm done preaching
okay.
about I'm done
We're
preaching to the
not.
choir. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying, people
no, but you're not
people
preaching
think
to the
things are
choir.
hot
You got to get it out. You got to say
right.
something. We got to say, listen, folks. It is doo doo or get off the toilet time now. I mean, we've been warning, we've been saying, people have been saying, I might have doubted. Let me say right now, I did not see this coming. That's no excuse. I voted. I did what I thought that I was right and encouraged others to do the same. But from what I saw, um, we still live in a racist society. We also live in a sexist society. It's there. Brother Lee had made a comment earlier about the voting trends of women. We've always, he said everybody always voted for a man figure or male figure in higher positions and of power. And when this woman came along, Hillary came along, she got the popular vote. She might not have got the electoral college, but she got the popular vote. VP Harris did not even get the popular vote. I never seen anything like this since Ronald Reagan whooped several folks and got that landslide and had 48 of the 50 states. That's what it looked like. Illinois was left out there. The only blue dot that was on the map was Illinois that you could see in New York and California, but in the middle of the country, she mopped up she just lost everything, and she barely won Illinois by 4 percentage points, according to the AP. Brother Lee, come on. It ain't no
Yeah.
time to be sopping and
The
sorry or
thing, the
nothing,
thing,
but
the
we
thing
need to get
is,
busy.
my brother. Here's the thing. You know what? as I was sitting here thinking, and I was listening to you guys talk, and I was thinking that this was inevitable. This was, you could have saw this 10 years ago. It's just that you can see it, you can't stop it because we are the type that we don't believe until it actually happens. And you were reading off the statistics and the information about the Asians and the Hispanics. They don't believe that they are us. They are us. It's just that it's so crazy to think that they believe that they're one of them. As far as the Caucasian, they think they belong over there. And and like I've said before, once they're done with us, they're gonna start in on them. And once they're done with them, then they'll start eating each other, they call their lower class. It's a parasite. They will eat them. Eventually, they will eat themselves. At first, they got to start on us. And the thing is about us is that okay, it
Uh,
happened. This has happened to us. Okay, it's done. We are mourning right now. Yes, we're mourning. And the thing is, okay, we have to, like my little brother used to always say, stay in the solution, not the problem. Yes, we were talking about how this happened, the problem, but now we're gonna have to start focusing on the solutions. Yes, these churches, these pastors, we put a lot into them. We poured a lot. We poured trillions of dollars into them since we've been out of slavery. Trillions of dollars we poured into the churches. What have we gotten back? We got a nice looking preacher. He drives a nice car. Sometimes the churches are bigger than high schools and colleges. They're huge. But
Mhm.
how's the community looking? You know, we pour more into the churches than we do anything. You know, are they building any kind of businesses for us? Are they kind of giving us some no interest loans? That money that we put in there, we can't get any out. And we keep pouring money in, and he tell her, you're gonna get it when you die. You're gonna get it when in the afterlife. You're gonna get it when you get to heaven. And you know, but he's living his heaven right now. Your pastor, he's sitting at that pulpit, he's dressed to the nines. And his first lady, you when she has her birthday, you taking her out to dinner. When they having their anniversaries, they collecting money for the first lady and
okay.
for the pastor. They got pastor day. They got anniversary of the church. They got
Oh,
all kinds of things. They not asking you when your anniversary was. They're not asking you when your birthday was. They're not asking you
yeah.
about giving you anything. But we keep giving, and he keep telling you, I'm gonna pray for you because my prayers are more valuable than yours. He says his direct
Mhm.
line is closer than yours. He says, I'm the only one that can talk to God like and you can't. And God tells you that you got the direct line. They say
Uh,
God says that you can reach him just as well as he can. And that's the thing. We rely on the pastor to tell you how to think, what to think, and how to when to think it. And that's the thing. We're not children. We're
okay.
responsible when it's time for us to pass. When you pass on, you're going to face God by yourself. That pastor is not going to
That's right.
speak for you. And you got to understand that what you do on this earth, it counts on what you do when you go to heaven. Because when you go there, he's going to ask you, what did you do when you were down there? Well, I told the pastor told me to do. He said, the pastor's not here. I'm asking you. And that's the thing. And we're going to have
Mm,
to help each other. Like Sister said, we're going to have to, we see something, not say something. We see something, we're going to have to help. We see
Yep.
somebody need help. We're going to have to give our resources and we're going to have to help them. We got to get back to that time when we first got here, when we first was set free. We used to take each other in. We didn't have to know your last name. We didn't have to know your name, but we'll take you in and feed you. We would hug you. We would spend time with you. It could be a stranger. And if we don't get back to that and live a certain way, and the thing is, stop trying to pretend we are them, because we're not them. Stop acting acting like them, they'll never let us in. That door is permanently closed. It's always been closed. And so it don't matter how much money you got, you'll never be one of them. When they see you on the street, you just another Negro. And so, and you
All
know
right.
what? And that's the thing I'm trying to tell you now. If we got to embrace each other, this will
Excuse
bring us
me.
closer together. God is maybe giving us a gift now. He giving us the
You
gift to
never
get
know.
back to our heart, get back to that heart he gave us. We are his chosen
Uh,
people. And the thing
yes,
it
we
is,
are.
if he got to slap us around and get us woke and get us woke and get us
Yeah.
helping each other like we used to do. And even in the 60s, we used to have free lunch. The Black Panther Party used to give dinner,
Yeah.
give breakfast to the kids, and we used to
I
knock
want you
on
to hold
doors.
that one second, Lee. I want you to hold on 1 second. We got to do so. I know you on the road. Hold on, hold your horses, everybody. We're gonna give everybody a shot to do what they do. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm here with our panel, Yvonne Moore. We're here with what I said, and Brother Lee. We're trisecting, trying to look and see what inside of this defeat that happened on last night. What can we make can we make lemonade out of these lemons? And I mean, we got the whole lemon orchard this time. We got an opportunity now to do something great. As I say, I see a silver lining. There's some people don't see it. I see a silver lining. And somewhere along the line, after all the shock is over, we're going to be survivors. We're going to continue to live. We're going to hope and pray that people will, now that you see where we stand as a people and where people see us standing, don't hate, don't retaliate, don't be a racist or anything like that. It's just time for us to get our business straight. I'm going to take just a brief break, and we'll be back in a little bit. This is the MacMan Morning Show.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to everyone on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Also, we're talking and saying hello to our nationwide audience that listen to us via the YouTube. We want to say good morning to our chat, Ping Global. Good morning to you. Welcome back. I know that there's so many things that have been occurring, and we're going to be watching your channel too. We're going to be doing some things. We got a lot of things coming our way, a lot of new features that are going to be coming on the MacMan Morning Show. We're not giving up. We're not off the wall. We're going to be on the wall, keeping people accountable as long as we can. We know that there's a plan that's being devised to silence the press, but we're going to fight as much as possible to keep that freedom that we have here. So, and the freedom for you to speak as you may without having any kind of retaliation whatsoever. People are intimidating. People are saying all kinds of things, and we're going to do this. Other people talking about we're going to be bossy. Be careful how you operate yourself these days. People think that they have the right to say and to do what they want to say to do to us. Please keep your cool. Try your best. Don't let nobody hurt you or nothing, or try to threaten your life or hurt you or hurt your family. No, but there are people that I haven't heard anything, but with this newfound, they're shocked as more as we are that it happened like it happened. And as we sit in, excuse me, forgive me, the weather had changed and it hit me yesterday. Um, we have our panel here. We have our wonderful panel here. And I want anybody that can take this lead, anybody that gives Iman, anybody. Um, where do we, I hate this question, but I got to ask it. Where do we go from here with everything that has happened, with everything that is going on? The question is, what do we do now? What are we supposed to be or should be doing now from the perspective of our uh, panel? And Yvonne, you take it, and then we'll go around. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm going to do is get up and go to work tomorrow because I took today off because I knew today was going to be kind of crazy. But I'm going to get up and go to work tomorrow. But one thing that I really believe is that this is the time now that folks really need, because it's not all gloom and doom. Okay. It's just not. But one thing that people need to really get an understanding about is that this is the time for you to really rethink, rethink your life, change your thinking. You cannot no longer walk around here thinking that everything is about you, all about me. What about me? What about me? That's over with now. You have to change your thinking because you're gonna have to let the Louis Vuitton purses go, the red bottom shoes go, all of that nonsense that people put so much value on. You're going to have to start putting value on other people's lives because we all are going to need each other. We're going to need each other. So all of that what about me, all about me, that has to go out the door now because you best to believe me, these folks ain't gonna be thinking about you. And just like Lee said, it's like having a parasite. They start on one level, they go to the next level, and then to the next level. And you have to think about, well, where you want to be. Where does your family want to be? Are you willing to help someone else? Because we're gonna really, people, we are really gonna have to help each other. We're really going to have to help each other because we're not going to get any help from this government and we're not going to get any help from the church. We're going to have to help each other. And please, please get a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. If you don't have one, you better get one now. Please fall on your face and ask God for forgiveness, whatever you got to do. But you have to have a personal relationship with him because we're not going to make it without him. So if you don't have a personal relationship with the Lord, you need to get one now. So I'm going to get up and go to work. I'm going to cook my dinner today. And I'm going to prepare myself to go to work tomorrow and do my normal routine and just stay prayerful and vigil and be careful out here in the streets.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to do what I do every day. And that's live my life. And I'm a very conservative type person. So I understand what you're saying, Yvonne, cut back on the spending And yeah, this Christmas need to be a slim Christmas because at the end of the day, these kids probably have way more than what they need. And I just feel like we are going to have to help each other. People were talking about the price of food and daycare and health care, with all the expenses that we have. Well, I feel like the expenses are going to get higher, not lower. Everybody put him in office because they felt like he was the best for the economy, and he's going to show you what he's going to do with this economy. My advice to everybody, anybody that can be an entrepreneur, because this is the bright side of it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, I feel like you'll be very successful because that's what the Trump administration is about. They're about people starting jobs and being an entrepreneur and feel like if you're in business, then you can win. So that's one way and one plan that people can do. So don't be afraid to start your own business. I'm not saying quit your job or anything, but this will be the right time to start your own business. And I really feel like saving money is going to be very important. I can't stress that enough. Just save, 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 because I feel like everything is going to go up as far as your living expenses, like your rent is going to go up. The price of cars are going to increase because he said that he was going to put tariffs on everything. So if everything is taxed to the max, then you can rest assured the consumer is the one who's going to pick up that cost. And so, as Yvonne and Lee both said, this is a wake-up call, and we better, as a community, we better get ready. We better get us a plan, and our plan need to work, and we definitely going to have to look out for each other. Black people do spend more money in the economy more than any other group. And so we do have the money and the dollars, but it's about making smart decisions with our money and how we live our
Yeah.
life. And so, like I said, the best thing you can do is start a business and try to save as much as possible. And that's kind of an
Yeah.
oxymoron because if you start a business, it is going to take money, but I feel like you'll be successful if you go that route at this point.
Uh, I wanted to say also to one of our chat members that came in, our new chat members, we like to say to Walson, welcome. I hope I said that name right. You have a right, sir or ma'am, to vote for who you wanted to vote for. That's not the issue. And whether I like a person or not, it's not the issue. You voted the way that your conscience was telling you to vote. And I can't knock that about you, sir. And not just you, but there are a lot of other people that feel the way that you feel, that the Trump border policies and his economic policies, even though he was filed for bankruptcy for 4 or 5 times or something. But I'm not on that. I can't do anything about the results. I can't do anything about reversing anything. I would have done it by now. We're at a boiling point. We're at a point, Brother Lee, where the rubber meets the road. Education, job preparation, preparing to work in this economy that's coming, dealing with the economics of this. Dealing with the economics, Yvonne, you and Brother Lee, and I said what I said. I'm just saying the economics of such that we as a people are not in a financial situation to do really anything. We even seem like financially we're at the subjects of the bank. There are no real good big businesses that we can fall back on. But every nationality comes here. I can't knock the Hispanic, Latino, other communities that got businesses and thriving businesses and doing what they're doing. They live somehow, some way. We're missing something in this American dream thing. I know we're not a part, they say, but why aren't we a part of this bountiful? And I see them putting restaurants up and doing all kinds of things down here. So it ain't the money. What is it that is lacking with us, Brother Lee, that we can't and we won't be able to live through what this man has said he's going to do? The way of life that we know it is getting ready to change.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna take a few minutes, but here's the thing: I have started a few businesses, and some failed, some were successful. Successful. My family has started business. I had brothers that started businesses, sisters that started businesses, successful businesses, entrepreneurs out of really trying circumstances. One of them was overlooked by their own job they were working at. One of my brothers, and he got mad, he got frustrated, and he quit. He took his know-how, his information, and he started his own company. Been quite successful with it. My other brother, he started off. Was a mechanic. He worked for somebody else. He was a welder. He didn't like doing that. He felt he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, what he was passionate about. Started a small mechanic business. Small. You could barely turn a car around in there. You couldn't even turn a car. You back it in, back it out. He ended up owning almost the whole block and across the street, and getting a nightclub, and having a car wash. So he ended up being quite successful, him and his wife. So I mean, the thing is, like Sister said, if you're not going to be an entrepreneur, it's going to be hard for you to make it. And that's the thing. That's why when you get the Hispanics come here, they start their own business. The Indians from India, they get here. From Pakistan, they get here. They start their own business. Start owning your own business. Yes, it can be you could fail at it. Yes, you're going to stay up nights. You're going to work hours that you don't want to work. You're going to work maybe 20 hours a day, maybe even more. You're going to do those things. The thing is, we have to teach our kids now to be entrepreneurs, not to go. You could go, and I'm going to tell you this, and this is a fact. You can look it up. Most kids, and I say young adults who go to college and they take a degree and they get a degree and they go in there and they pay thousands of tens of thousands of dollars for that education. They come out of there, and I guarantee you, most of them, 90% of them, don't get a job in the field that they were studying in. They come out there, they may be a psychologist and get a job in real estate, in mortgage industries, or banking, or customer service, or even working in a fast food place. So putting $40,000 to $100,000 in education, it's what kind of education do you want? And the thing is that vocational schools can give you an opportunity better than a university education, unless you're going to be a
Hmm.
doctor, lawyer, or you're going to be a engineer. That's different. But if you're going in there for anything less than that, you can go to a vocational. I've been in 2 vocational
Hmm.
schools, so I know what I'm talking about. I went in
Yep.
vocational school, and I went in there as a welder, and I came out, and I was making good money, had everything set. I ended up being a plant manager at a very young age. I was the youngest person in the plant, and I was their boss because I decided not to take a lunch. I decided to learn every machine, learn all the personnel, and I ended up working when nobody else would work. And they went to the office. All the supervisors went to the office and talked to the owner and said, "Make him the boss." And they made me the boss. And I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna have to work hard, but we can do it. And we have to teach our kids, stop giving them things that they don't earn. If they don't earn it, don't give it to them. That you're teaching them that life don't work like that. You don't get things you don't
Hmm.
earn. And we giving them things they don't earn because we didn't have it when we were younger. But you looking at what you making, you creating a dependent person. And that's the wrong way for us to go. We can't survive creating dependency on each other like that without having them earn it. And we have to teach teach each other our knowledge. Don't be afraid to share the knowledge. Don't be stingy with your knowledge. If you see somebody and you got something you want to share that you can help somebody with, teach them that. Give them that experience. Give them that knowledge that you have to elevate them. That's the thing we can do.
Hmm.
We can give them $20, $100, $50, $1,000, but to give them the knowledge so they can feed themselves and then touch another person with it, then we can get contagious. That can be the virus that we use. That can be the pandemic that we share. The knowledge that we give each other. Make it contagious where it gets on to the next person and gets on to the next person. Next thing you know, we all got that knowledge. And stop being fearful of what somebody else going that they gonna take your job, or they gonna share everything that I do, because I want
Hmm.
to elevate all of us. We're gonna have to do that. That's
It's
one
the
thing that we're
Mac
gonna have to
Absolutely.
do.
Morning
Eh,
Show. It's the
Absolutely.
Mac
Yeah.
Morning Show.
We're going to have to stop mourning. Yes, we're mourning, and we're going to get over this mourning for a couple of days, maybe a couple of hours, and we're going to get back to the solution instead of the problem. Like my little brother used to say, stay in the solution, not the problem. And now we got to wake
All
up to this
right.
and get going.
Amen. Amen.
Right. I want to thank our panel for all of their wonderful work that they have done today. We are not in mourning, but we're going to have to readjust ourselves even as a show. We're going to have to reach out to those experts, those people that have knowledge about financial planning, getting ourselves together, insurance, what your property, those things we got to put ourselves to work now. We got to work in this thing. Yeah, it may be a blessing in disguise for us to really, really say, hey, you want to be a part of this? Those that really want to be a part of this economy and the things that are going on and not be burned to a point, I'm asking you all to be part of our family. I want to thank, I said what I said, Yvonne Moore and Brother Lee, our chief correspondent. I said what I said, our chief contributor, and also our team member. We thank you for all that you're doing. This is the MacMan Morning Show. We will be back tomorrow. We got work to do, folks. I got work to do. You got work to do. And we will be back tomorrow on the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home or you're in your car. It's the MacMan Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the MacMan Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the MacMan Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.